Hello, my name is Salwa Susie, and I am your only certified relationship and sex coach from South Sudan. So I have had a lot of people reach out to me in regards to genital health, and by the way, it's men, both men and women. So there's definitely a majority of women, but of course there's also a very good number of men who have reached out in regards to genital health. So today, this video is going to be all about genital health and how we need to take care of ourselves. So today, I'm going to talk about 3 main infections that affect our genitalia as human beings. And that's going to be bacterial vaginosis or bacterial infections. And then we have UTIs or urinary tract infections. And then we have yeast infections. So let me begin with bacterial vaginosis or bacterial infections. This is an infection caused by the overgrowth of natural bacteria that's already found in your vagina. Now remember that as a woman, you have natural bacteria found in your vagina, and these bacteria are there to enhance the health of your vagina or to keep your pH in balance. So once these bacteria get out of control, then you will get an infection, which is the bacterial infection. So look out for these symptoms: a change of color and consistency in the vaginal discharge. So every woman has what we call vaginal discharge. Yes, you do. We all do. So when you do see a change of color and consistency in your discharge, then it is a clear sign that you have an infection. And usually the color can go from white to grayish white or like a cloudy type of color. And if you don't treat that infection soon enough, it will then start going to yellow. It will yellow up. So your discharge will start coming out yellowish. And usually the consistency turns thin and watery. So it gets thin and watery. I feel like I live in a construction site. Okay, never mind that noise. So another symptom to look out for is that fishy smell. Now, every woman, when you don't shower and wash yourself clean, you will definitely have a smell. But there is that smell that comes with the infection being around. So the fishy smell is definitely a sign that you have an infection. Usually, you can notice its intensity during sex or even after sex. That's when you can vividly smell it. So look out for these symptoms, ladies. Our number 2 thing to talk about today is UTIs or urinary tract infections. These are infections of the urinary system that affect you right from your urethra all the way to your kidneys. You should look out for such symptoms. Our symptom number 1 is going to be definitely the burning sensation every time you piss or every time you urinate. You will have a burning sensation. Number 2 sign or symptom is smelly and cloudy urine. If your urine has a strong smell, then that is a vivid sign or that is a clear sign that you have a UTI going on. When UTIs are left untreated for longer periods of time, they will travel or their infection will travel up to your kidneys, and this is when you'll start to see and feel symptoms like severe backache, severe stomach ache. You will feel feverish. You will start becoming weak and tired. So these will now tell you that the infection has gone all the way in. It needs attention. The last thing to talk about today is yeast infection. A yeast infection is a fungal infection that causes irritation and itchiness of the vagina, the vulva, and the testicles. Yes, I have had a lot of men who have reached out to me asking why they have itchy testicles. That is a sign or symptom of a yeast infection. Now, usually in women, they might not tell you that it's a yeast infection, but when it comes to women, they call it the Vaginal Candidiasis. This is the type of infection that affects the opening of the vagina, and also, by the way, it can irritate the opening of the penis. So look out for these signs, guys. If you have an itchy vagina, an itchy vulva, or itchy testicles, those are clear signs that you're going through a yeast infection. Now, mainly yeast infections are caused by poor personal hygiene and also excessive sweating. Let me bring it back home to South Sudan. We live in a very, very hot country. We are sweating every minute and every hour of the day and night. If we do not practice very good hygiene, we are prone to yeast infections. Now keep in mind that these symptoms can persist should you have contracted an STD. I am a sucker for natural herbs. Every time I get sick, the first thing I do is check my kitchen. There are always things around you that can actually help with such infections. So first thing I always do when I'm sick is check my kitchen. And here are my weapons of prevention. We have garlic and apple cider vinegar. Let me tell you about these two. First of all, these two, the apple cider vinegar and garlic, are only used at night. Do not use them daytime, only at night. I'll tell you about garlic first. When you have, by the way, garlic can heal all the three, be it a bacterial infection, a yeast infection, or a UTI. Garlic is your go-to person. What you do with garlic, if you have any of these symptoms that I mentioned, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take out a clove, get the cover off, crush it, put it in the water that you're gonna use for washing your vagina or your testicles. Put it in that water only at night, and then wash yourself with it. Go to sleep, wake up the following day and shower, of course, and then don't use it during the daytime. Use it again the following night. Do this for a week. Within 2 days, you will feel such a big difference. 2 days, you'll have a big difference, but only at night. Another way to do it is you could get the clove, take the cover off, cut it into small pieces and swallow it. Yes, again, only at night. Swallow it and it goes into your system. It's an antibiotic, by the way. So garlic is a natural antibiotic. Have you noticed that every time you get sick of any of the three infections that I mentioned, be it the yeast, the UTI, or the bacterial infection, and you go to the hospital, they give you a bunch of antibiotics to take? That is because they need the antibiotic to boost your immunity, such that your immunity is strong enough to fight off these infections. Now, this alone, this is an antibiotic of its own without any synthetic in it, natural antibiotic. One myth or one truth I'm going to tell you about Western medicine is this. Western medicine is designed to mitigate or to reduce the sicknesses that you have. Western medicine has never ever been designed to completely cure sicknesses. It is only designed to reduce the sickness in your body for a certain period of time, and then the sickness will come back again. The disease will come back again, meaning you will go back and buy the medicine again, which is the intention. For business to keep running, you have to keep going back to buy these medicines. But these, by the way, everything we need in this world for medicine is around us. It is nature. You just have to look closely and find it. So this is an antibiotic stronger than any of those antibiotics given to you at the hospital. Swallow this for a week, and girl or boy, I'm telling you, you won't have an infection. It will be cured. So you can either crush it, put it in your water and use it for washing yourself for a week, only at night, or you can swallow it. Cut it into pieces, swallow it every night for 7 days. You'll be fine. Another way to do it is, especially for the women, if you have any of the three that I mentioned, you could cut this up into small pieces, fix it inside your vagina at night, go to sleep, wake up the following day, wash it out. Do that for 7 days. You'll be free of infections. That is garlic. So let me tell you about apple cider vinegar. By the way, apple cider vinegar is almost in every grocery store that you can find, any supermarket. If you go to Lily's, you'll find this. If you go to Phoenicia, you'll find this. I don't know about the very small supermarkets in Juba, but I know of the two, Phoenicia and Lily's. So you can get this at Phoenicia or Lily's for about £2,000, I think. That's as much as you can pay. Now, keep in mind there are two. This one is produced by the Virginia Green Garden, but there's another one also produced by American Garden. This is the strongest. The Virginia one is the strongest. So look out for this one instead of the other one. This one is stronger, especially when it comes to the 3 infections that I'm talking about. This is the strongest. So look out for this one. I need you to mark my words. This apple cider vinegar can cure bacterial infections. Apple cider vinegar can also cure yeast infections. Apple cider vinegar can prevent UTIs. It can't cure them. Once you've caught a UTI, this cannot cure it. You will have to take garlic to cure a UTI. But to prevent a UTI, this is your go-to person. You can use this to prevent UTIs. You can use this to cure bacteria and yeast infections. This is the way to use it. Get your cup of water, drinking water. Put only this amount into your drinking water every morning. Make it a bit warm water. So take this one in your cup of water every morning and every night. 2 for at least 2 weeks. Do that every morning and every night for 2 weeks. That will help to wash up your system. It also helps to flush out all the toxins in your system. Another way to use it is get water in a bucket that you would have used for washing your vagina or your testicles, and put in 3 of these. 3 of this in your water and wash yourself with it. This, you can wash yourself with it in the mornings and at night times. This is fine because this doesn't have a smell. The reason I said use garlic at night is because garlic has such a strong smell. So only use garlic at night. But this, you can even use it during daytime. There's no problem because it's not gonna produce a smell. So drink it in water or use it for washing yourself. Now, for preventive measures, usually I would use this like almost every other day. Like every 2 days, I would make sure I wash myself with this. I don't drink it mainly, but for preventive measures, I use this for washing. Because let me tell you one thing about these infections. Most of the times, especially UTIs, we can pick up these infections from public toilets. We go out a lot. We're always at work. We're using toilets with other people. You don't know what other people are carrying. So once you use those bathrooms as well, you're at a risk of contracting these infections. So make sure to use this every day, at least every day, or at least every 2 days, to wash yourself with it. This will help to kill any bacteria growing, any unusual bacteria growing, or any infection that you've contracted. It will help to wash it out. Kill it and wash it out. So this is very good for prevention. I would use this on a daily, almost on a daily, for preventive measures. But this is like the total cure. Prevention, cure. This can prevent UTIs. This can cure yeast infections, and this can also cure bacteria infections. But garlic cures all the 3. So guys, those who have been asking, these are my weapons of prevention. If you want them, they're anywhere in the market. This you can literally get anywhere. This, supermarkets. And you're done. You're good to go. I feel like every woman must have this. Every woman must have this. This is such a good thing to have in your house or in at least around your makeup area because you need this. So guys, that's about it for today. That's all I have to tell you about infections and the ways to treat and prevent it. So use garlic and apple cider vinegar, and trust me, you will never ever go to hospitals again because of infections. Those three especially. So that's it for today. I am exhausted. I need to go. Thank you guys again. Bye.